Going over to the cultural part podcast, you have Jimmy Kimmel joking about the Tesla attacks as radical leftists left all over the country and all over the globe continue to spray paint and even bonfire Tesla vehicles. Which, yeah, a couple years ago they worship Elon as God, and now, because CNN told them to, now they're lighting the vehicles on fire. Thankfully, though I'm not a fan of tech in general in terms of privacy, there are so many cameras on a Tesla. It should be easy to find the scumbags who are destroying people's personal property. Now, specifically going to the good old interweb and specifically going to x.com, this is credited to End Wokeness. He has a little clip of Jimmy Kimmel and his signature douchebaggery. Now, End Wokeness says, quote, Jimmy Kimmel wants more Tesla attacks. And Jimmy Kimmel's on ABC. How on earth are they still in business? I don't know more than one person who actually authentically watches Jimmy Kimmel for enjoyment. I don't know anyone who actually trusts him for data. I mean, how many sheep watch Jimmy Kimmel these days? Sir, I don't think it's viable from a business perspective. Maybe it's a lost leader, but nevertheless, we'll hear what he has to say. Spoiler alert, he has a coy douchebaggery laugh and smile in this clip.
Vandalizing Tesla vehicles, new Tesla vehicles. Please don't vandalize. Don't ever vandalize Tesla vehicles. And so,
and which maybe that's a good Scrabble word. I don't think I've used coy probably in 2 years. It's a good word for Scrabble, I suppose. But yeah, he has that typical Jimmy douchebag smile. So he's like, don't attack him, but really that's what he wants because that's what the woke mind virus does to him. And this did not go as viral as I thought, perhaps because he's not as popular as he once was. It's only got about 175,000 views and 2.9 thousand likes. Now going to the top comments here. Got their Eagleman says, quote, Jimmy Kimmel is an FN tool, getting 948 likes. Fact check, true. Elon Musk actually responded himself saying he's such an unfunny jerk, getting 6.6 thousand likes. Quite a few to say the least. Nova Jensen says Kimmel misses those Diddy parties. There's a meme of Jimmy Kimmel with his crocodile tears. And it says, when you realize no more Diddy parties, getting 55 likes. You also have Make Men Great Again saying, quote, Kimmel is just another Hollywood stooge cheering the leftist terrorism. Elon Musk rescues astronauts. Jimmy Kimmel reads bad jokes off a teleprompter. Guess which one actually matters? Getting 40 likes. True. Chaotic genius. For a minute there, I thought it was Catholic. Should probably get tested for dyslexia. Unfortunately, there's no pills or like really way to fix it. So I never thought, I never really thought why bother. But nevertheless, I will attempt to read today. Chaotic genius says, quote, so now encouraging crime is just another late night joke. If a conservative even hinted at this kind of thing, the outrage machine would be in overdrive. The left normalizes political violence when it suits them, getting 71 likes. Oh, of course. I mean, not only do they cheer it on, they pay for it. I mean, famously, Kamala Harris during the George Floyd Summer of Love riots, she paid to set up a fund and paid to bail people out of jail who are rioters and destroying things in the streets. So they don't just cheer it on, they incentivize it. You also have Hunter Eagleman saying, quote, this dude is a piece of shit. Sorry, getting 136 likes. Again, click that subscribe button. I have that theory when I first started the show. Barely anyone tuned in. Well, maybe my parents. Or maybe not even them, some episodes. But nevertheless, I stuttered over my words even worse than I do now. And many would say I actually stumbled over my words worse than Joe Biden trying to climb upstairs. However, as I slowly but surely gain more subscribers, I become a little bit more articulate. Granted, some might say just a modicum of improvement, barely anything at all, statistically speaking, but technically I would say an improvement, which fuels my theory. The more people that click that button and tell your friends, the better I will get at speaking, and someday make it through an entire episode perfectly, articulately, and fluently, and interestingly enough. As some people want me to emphasize my voice, as I try to do from time to time. So you can click that button and tell your friends. I really appreciate it. And your enemies. They might be so annoyed with the content or disappointed that, makes them do something crazy, kind of like poking the bear. Probably not the best idea. Or they might love the content so much they become your friend. You never know. At least it would make for a funny story, so why not? Now, going back to the comments, you also have Eric N saying, quote, or they have a Venn diagram. The Venn diagram says Epstein client list, Diddy client list, and in the middle it intersects, saying, quote, all the celebrities coming out to support Kamala. Getting 5 likes. Well, they also got millions of dollars from her. Let's see here. Bobo Stark says Jimmy Kimmel is a propagandist piece of shit. There's a dumpster that says, oh, look, celebrity opinions getting 1 like. The average Joe says, sure. How much would little Jimmy like it when he was being targeted, getting 11 likes? Ryan Fortier says, quote, so we just allow the tactic narratives to attack Tesla. This should be an FCC violation, getting 77 likes. which, again, I don't think you'd ever actually get prosecuted or ever actually get any fines, especially with who runs some parts of the government still. Because, again, he would just say he's being a comedian, he's trying to be funny, which maybe he does try. I don't think he's been funny in decades, but nevertheless, that's technically his job. Well, no, let's be honest, his job's be a propaganda machine, but I mean, he did just coyly say it, and it was just that extra look at the screen and a little hint of a smile and the inflection of the tone. But nevertheless, I'm sure I don't think he'd actually be prosecuted these days. Because again, he's not articulating a specific thing like, hey, go to this. Yeah, this legally speaking, yeah, the boundary or the limit to actually be charged with, actually, incentivizing and actually legally pushing people to violence is, I don't think it anywhere near falling into that category. You also have Andrew Fisher say, quote, Kash Patel should arrest this domestic terrorist, getting 22 likes. You also have Alpha Fox saying inciting violence much, getting 34 likes. Not too many people sticking up for Jimmy Kimmel. I'm excited to see all the blue check marks. A lot of people are actually contributing to X. Again, Elon can afford, obviously, to take a loss in the short term. I wonder how long he's willing to take the loss long term. Because, again, they do have employees at X.com and all that kind of stuff. We'll see if it's ever fiscally viable. Definitely one of the biggest cultural impacts on the United States and the world, I would say, is X.com. But let me know in the comments, what will happen first? Will Jimmy Kimmel stop being an annoying douchebag? Or will X or Twitter make a profit? Which one will happen first? Let me know in the comments, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in today. Again, trying to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe and fight the good fight.